All right. Hi, everybody. Happy. Oh, I see, Skiz. I see how it is. You go full time, you just leave the second I start streaming. Great. What a friend. Oh, I gotta turn my sound down 1 second. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. How we doing? Blue it is. Yes. Blue it is. Just absolutely nailed it. Yeah. Hi. Did everybody have a good weekend? I did. What's up, Eliza? How you doing? Danny, thank you so much. Let's see what I do. I played a couple new games this weekend that I was excited about. You guys ever played Shapes? It's like a simple factory game where you make shapes and put them together. Well, I got to play Shapes 2, which isn't out yet. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Well, it's like a little factory game. Yeah, super fun. Shapes and colors, and you gotta like cut triangles and rotate them and piece them together and paint them and make machines that do all this stuff and everything. And then you like unlock new milestones and everything. If you're into like, you know, factories and anything with conveyor belts like me, you'll like it. And yeah, Shapes 2 is coming out and it's a ton of fun. I might have spent too much time playing that. And then what's up, Pebbles? How you doing? Friday, I played a game that I've been wanting to play. I've been waiting for Brody to play this one. A game called Tape to Tape. It's a hockey game on Steam. Honestly, ridiculously good. We were laughing and laughing. We'll probably end up streaming this game together. It's a hilarious hockey game with like great gameplay, but it's a roguelike. So you like win games and kind of very much like Slay the Spire. You like win games and move along and unlock new things and improve your players until you lose. Tons of fun. How's Brody? Brody's doing good. He's doing real good. His spirits are good. I did not play Scoop Ball yet. No, I did watch a little bit of Ren's video though. It looked fun. Yeah, obviously he hasn't been streaming. He's just to the point now where he can, you know, sit. But yeah, we had a ton of fun Friday, so I'll probably talk him into streaming that sometime soon. Oh yeah, Dead, you're gonna love, if you like shapes, you're gonna love Shapes too. It's just better in every way. Did you guys do the anti-rain thing? I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. Hippie Flow, thank you for the gift of sub. I appreciate it. I didn't do anything with the rain, and I don't know Hermit said anything about it, so. What else? So today we're going to be doing some prep for Hungry Hermits, which I believe is the official name of the game I'm working on now. Because it's fun and because of the Hermit heads and because of, I think I figured out how I want to do the, like the patience mechanism, but we'll get into that later in the stream. We'll see. Not Hungry Hermits, just Hungry Hermits. Don't get carried away there, hippo people. So I got some resources I got to gather today, some farming. We're going to go farm at Beef's farm a little bit. And I think first I want to convert my, pork chop power farm to not make cooked pork chops, but to make raw pork chops because we're going to need a lot of raw pork chops. You know, people are going to call it hungry. Yeah, I know they will. Friday, and that's fine. That's fine, honestly. But yeah, probably by the end of this stream, I'm kind of thinking of going over some of the, it'll turn into a chatty stream at the end, I think, where I might go over a lot of the bullet points I've been thinking about, share some of them with you, some of the design ideas and decisions and things like that. Hopefully, as usual, you guys will make the game better. Hippie Red! Impulse, I was watching, my brother, when you figured out that priority villager trading thing. You can using the item scroller mod, you can like prioritize a villager trade and then just like right click on it and say he traded with like 8 villagers in about 10 seconds. Completely done. Yeah, like that is amazing. Now it just means you're gonna need more emeralds for me. Well, guess what? The supply is limited. I already gave you all the emeralds I had. I could. But no, it's cool. It was a really cool thing to see. Yeah. Even chat was like, wait, what is going on here? How does this happen? Okay, I need to make, first things first, MP, of course, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it, my friend. I need to yeah, if you guys weren't watching Impulse's stream, there's this thing with the item. It's a mod thing. It's a thing with item scroller. You can like middle click on a villager trade and it favorites it so that it always puts it at the top, which first of all, that's cool. But then also you can like right click on the villager trade or something, and it just automatically does the full trade without even having to populate the windows. It's just like, give me all your resources, I'll give you all the product, done, one click. It was really cool. It was really cool. XP and Hitro have been using it for months. Well, I don't do a lot of villager trading, so it was cool to me. Can you tell me why you stopped Create? Because there's a server called Hermitcraft that I felt like I should probably play on. Why is that not vanilla? Exactly, Sage. That's the real question. That's the real question. Sizzle boo. That count had to be made. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. Okay. I want to make a whole ton of soul campfires because, to my knowledge, villagers are already OP. Yeah, they are. What's up, Boki? How you doing? Sizzle Blue sounds like the morning after Taco Bell. Yeah, it does, Lomax. Very well. Very observant of you. What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. Today's a coffee day. It's been a morning here at the Tango household. I won't go into details, but it's been very interesting. We'll just say that. So I didn't get much time, so my stream is not going to be as prepared as I want it to be, but we should be good. All right. If something dies on Soulfire, first of all, it takes twice as much damage as a regular campfire, right? And it will not cook the food, I believe. I wish Decked Out 3 could be made with Korea. Me too. Okay, so I believe that's probably the best way for me to kill hoglins without cooking them, right? Lava's faster, but that cooks them. Everything else is gonna be slower. Like powdered snow would be slower, I think. I actually thought about like iron golems punching them or something, but they get hit back. I think their reach is the same. So I think we're just going to keep it simple and go Soulfire. It is going to slow the farm down a little bit, but so be it. All right, so what do I need? I need logs and sticks and soul sand or soul soil. Bloop. Oh, I wonder if... Did these count as logs? Oh, those are planks. No, I guess there are no bamboo equivalent logs now. Ah! Dan here, thank you for 10 gifted subs. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. Manny Smell Rubber, thank you. Watch you all the time and helped us through the toughest times in recent months. Watching Skiz and Impulse have made life bearable. Send hugs. Thank you so much. Thank you. How do you pronounce it? Man, I smell rubber. All right. I almost was like Manus Mel, but anyways, yeah, words. Ruber. What are we working on right now? We're working on getting, it says rubber, not Ruber. We're working on getting a whole bunch of Soulfire campfires. So let's go with like birch and what was the last thing I needed? Nethery bits. We'll go with some soul soil. This sounds like played up music. All right, 42. I don't know. I know it's too wide. I don't know how long it is. It's probably longer than 21. Let's make another stack or so just to be safe. So let's go sticks. Hungry Hermits sounds like a charity thing. What? How's that? Any campfire doesn't cook them meat. Right, but the Soulfire will kill them twice as fast. Thank you, Kana. Thank you for being here. Okay, I need another one of these and a little bit more of that and that. And this and that. And there we go. That should be plenty. Let's put those back. Let's put this back. I don't think there's any other thing I'll need for this. Basically just swapping out... Oh, wait. I'm going to put this right on top of the hoppers. I hope that doesn't make it too tall. Oh, let's go find out. Let me grab a shulker too, because there might be some bits I want to take back with me. Empty buckets? For what? Lava. Oh, to pick up the lava. That's not a bad idea. And then I can just keep it there. I'll just keep it there to so that I can convert back later. Will you play Phasma with infant skills anytime soon? Probably not. I'm just dead weight to them at this point. I think I want to go this way. It's been so long since I've been off to the farm. What's up, Moonlight? How you doing? What makes a base a mega base? I don't know. I'm really not a fan of the term mega base. Okay. Skadoodle. I love this farm. It's so basic, so easy, and so insanely productive. Yoink. 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 I'm gonna get booped into the lava here. And it's not gonna be funny. Okay, I think that's it right there. Dunzo. All right, and it looks like it's still... Oh wait, I already got slabs there, so I think I want to take these out. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Definitely not funny. No. The Soulfire campfires are less than a full block, so the hopper will pick up the items right on top of it. This should be an easy transfer. Am I picking? Oh, I'm like, why am I not picking these slabs up? Because they're on hoppers. What else? I played. It's on Steam that they're having like a tower defense sale, so you know, that's a little bit one of my weak points is tower defense games. So I picked up a couple other ones, and I like giving you guys positive reviews when they are positive. I played briefly, like a couple hours each. I played Thronefall. Fun, interesting little game. Kind of a cartoony, you know, medieval. You're on a horseback, you buy archers and things like that. But it was cool. It was cool. I would recommend checking it out. It has really, really good reviews. And then I got Minimalist Tower Defense. Basically, I got the two that were like overwhelmingly powerful. So yeah, Thronefall and Minimalist Tower Defense, which that one's, it's just like cubes and blocks, and the art is obviously kind of almost non-existent. I wouldn't even say it's bad. I would say non-existent, but the gameplay is pretty cool. All right. Oh, this is not the best way to do this. It's like you paint a room, you paint yourself into a corner, and you're like, oh, whoops. I am gonna get snooter booped in about a second. Oh, did I not bring... Is this not enough still? I see you. Come on, let's get this over with. This thing's gonna kill me. Woo. They're running from... Make up your mind! What is happening right now? I think they're too busy being afraid of the mushrooms to attack me. That's the only thing I can think of. Since they're too long, you could stock every other hopper. But there's babies. There's babies, so the babies would fall in between, and I'd be very sad. But otherwise, you'd be right. I'm not gonna have enough. Bah. All right, we gotta go back. That's way more than I thought. Okay. All right, no problem. No problem. Close enough. We'll be back. Think you missed a campfire? I think you missed a campfire. We'll double check later. I think I got them all though, but it doesn't matter because I gotta go get more. How do I get out? This way. All right. Did I miss a spot at the start? Perhaps. So yeah, we're gonna convert this. Oh, who do fly? Somebody flying around here. We're gonna go. Hello? What's happening right now? Oh, we're gonna go over to Beefs and raid his farm, which he had given me permission to do. Anyone have plans for the Nether Hub yet? Nope, don't think so. Is the shirt gray? I believe I would classify this as gray. Yes, congratulations to all you gray people. I'm sure you feel triumphant in your prediction. Sticks, doink doink doink, and logs, doinky doinky doinky, and this will go soul soil, and this and that. I don't need that much more, but we're gonna make that much more. All right. If you haven't heard, you no longer have a car. I know. I believe it or not, I did lurk into the tail end of the stream because I went out and did the things I had to do, and I came back and I knew they were gonna wrap it up in like 10 minutes, so I just lurked and I saw that they had they destroyed my amazing vehicle. I saw. You have to have a chat about this when we get back. Why am I going here? This is not the place I want to be. No, that's actually pretty cool. Progress. Who's in charge of the Nether Hub this season? Whoever wants to be. And that would be nobody. Blame Impulse. No, I mean, he had a lot of fun remaking the car. And the gears were ticking and he was starting to understand the game, so it's great. You vote for Skiz? What season do you want it done? Oh, look at all the smoke! I didn't even think of the smoke! I told you guys I missed one. Obviously. Looks like we got the rest of them though. Think we're good. All right. Let's see how this works. Okay, if I can fly up here. Boop. Look at all the Piggly Wigglies. I don't even think I probably have to empty the storage. I think it's probably full. Who wants some smoked chops? Sounds so good, doesn't it? I know. Okay. I think that's all it takes, right? We're done. Let me go check the storage. I think the storage is probably full. Wait, which end is it? Wow, I thought I did not see those there. Pork chops coming in. Hoglin heads and slabs. All right, so let's see. We'll put, well, it's only that, so that's fine. Pork chops, pork chops, pork chops. That's a lot of pork chops. Okay, but it's working. The raw pork chops are coming in. I have so many pork chops, I don't know what to do with them. I don't even want these. Nay, pass. Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. And that, and that, and that. Why are you here? I don't know. Okay. Give them to Skiz. Why? Does he want pork chops? Does he not have food? Give them to whoever has the food permit. Oh. I like that idea. Isn't that beef actually? No. XB. XB's got the beef one. But, I mean, maybe this is a good way to say thanks to beef. I mean, he's probably got infinite food. Everyone's got infinite food already, but I think if I'm going to be harvesting all his vegetables and stuff today, I think maybe we'll give him a shulker of pork chop power. Beef health stop. Okay, that makes sense, because I was wondering why Beavers has got all the crazy farms and stuff. Daniel, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you. Okay, task 1 is done, everybody. We're making progress here. No, I don't have any pork chops. Satisfactory 1.0 a month away. Any plans for a playthrough as content? No. That might be a game I play in between seasons of Hermitcraft. I don't know. We'll see. The problem is if I play Satisfactory, it's guaranteed. I gotta throw 80 hours into it, right? Anything short of that, and I'm not even really playing it. And 80 hours is a lot of time. That's a lot of, I mean, I'm not exactly cranking out the Hermitcraft episodes this season, guys. I don't know if you noticed or not. So, probably avoid things that are taking a lot of time. If he plays, he won't post or anything because he'll get too engrossed. I've played the game all the way through, so none of it would be a surprise, except, I mean, some of the new patches would be new. Anything after trains. If I played it, would definitely go on the second channel. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole playthrough of Satisfactory on the second channel already. Just FYI. If you guys really, but it's older, but it's there. Automate time? I wish, I know. There's gonna be a story now? Well, that's cool. See, I played 2 or 3 hours in those games, okay? That's not satisfactory hours. It's not a fair statement to say that, all right? Yes, I picked up a couple games over the weekend and dabbled. Satisfactory is a lifestyle. Like, that's crazy town. Okay, what's next on my list? Honey blocks. Honey, honey. I'm gonna listen to the song now. Honey, honey. Let's go check on the honey. Let's go see if the farm. I haven't checked on the honey farm in forever. You burnt out on Satisfactory after 7,000 hours? Slacker. 7,000 hours? Is that... You must have been sleeping on the title screen. I don't think it's possible to play a game 7,000 hours. That's like... If you did the math, that's like multiple years, I think. How many days is 7,000 hours? 292 days? Hold my beer. 291 days? Woo, that's a lot of days. And now you account for sleeping and at least hopefully some form of minimal life. That's a lot. I don't think that's possible. Life? What is this life word you speak of? Okay, honey, 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 honey. Okay, that'll do. All right, we want honey. I'm not. So there's a couple things that are gonna need sugar in Hungry Hermits. Cookies, pumpkin pie, things like that. And I originally was going to do a very small like sugarcane farm. Anyone selling lanterns? Like, what form of lanterns? Just plain old lanterns? Where was I? What words was I using? Sugarcane. I was originally gonna make a little sugarcane farm, and I was like, wait a minute, you can get sugar from honey, and it's more complicated, and it allows me to do other honey things. So that's what we're gonna do. So if you want to make like cookies, you're gonna have to get like a honey block and then I think it's like what, 4 bottles, and you craft a honey block and 4 bottles to get a honey bottle, 4 honey bottles. Then you take the honey bottles and convert that into sugar, right? I think that's how it works. Yeah, most people don't know about it. Honestly, I think part of the fun of this game is going to be Hermits figuring out even how to make some of the food, because they won't even know. Right? Yeah, you can make... Yeah, check this out. Watch. Skadoodle. Right? And then how do I do it? No. Yeah, right there. Boom. 1 honey bottle, 3 sugar. Done. Sounds like bedrock nonsense. New. That is like, that's a recipe that nobody knows about. Exactly. Mind blown. This is why you come here. For the hard-hitting facts. See? No one knew. Think of all the sugar, right? You don't need sugarcane farms. You just need a honey farm and an auto crafter. So that's how you'll be getting sugar in this game. No one knows because no one uses it. Exactly. But start of the season, if you have a honey farm before you have a sugarcane farm, maybe pass for a while. Although no one makes a sugarcane farm for sugar. They make it for the other stuff that paper. Yeah. Not that useful. Sugar powered rockets. Yes. That would be amazing. Okay, so I need to do like some of that action. We'll put some of this back. Give me that. Give me this, that. And honestly, this is probably already enough. Like 2 shulkers of, and there's more here if I want. So good. And it sounds like the other thing, I wanted to make sure the farm was working, because honestly, this farm doesn't work. Yeah, see? Everything's full and the bees are doing nothing. Why? I feel like I've been back here and this thing breaks. Has anyone else experienced this where you guys know how these things work, right? Or the comparator reads until it gets to a signal length 5, but these are all at 5. Be harder, exactly. All of these things should have triggered when... Right? Comparator reads the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it's full. Hit the thing. Do the thing. Chunk border. I mean, it's all of them. It's everything. So, I mean, unless the chunk border is... Oh. Wait. Is that the border right there by the edge of the beehive? Can't tell. There's too many lines. So don't show me all these lines. Just show me the line. Okay, so there's that. Is it? No, it's in the wall there more, right? I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know why it does this, quite honestly, and it's very annoying. Stupid. Isn't it it's the chunk borders? Is that corner? Hold on, I gotta go cheaty can to see this. No, there's no chunk border here. This is all completely contained within one chunk. I mean, arguably maybe like that one's in a different chunk, but that doesn't matter. It's right. All self-contained. Comparator, all the redstone and the thing. Yeah. Welcome, Raiders. Appreciate it. Yeah, like, but this happens many times, and then the whole farm gets all jammed up and stupid. I don't know. Oh well. It's a future Tango problem. The point is we have enough honey blocks here. The honeycombs are being sent upstairs to the factory. Redstone dust updated while the dispenser was in an unloaded chunk. The dispenser's in the same chunk as the redstone dust. dispenser. Look, this is all in the same chunk here. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, redstone being redstone, I guess. It's annoying. I wonder if the hopper below was... That wouldn't make a difference. No. That wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see here. Honey. Let's grab a couple barrels. Ding, 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 and take this over to the game location, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Hot take: players shouldn't have to think about chunk borders. Yeah, exactly. Players shouldn't we shouldn't even know what that is. That would be nice. Anything that's like, oh, it's because of chunk borders. That's a bug. Sorry. Chunk borders are a programming mechanism that should not affect gameplay. That's my take. All right, where's the how do you get into this place? I don't think we're gonna even use these guardians now, by the way. Game changed significantly, which is a bummer because that was one of the cool things about the last version I had in my little head. But the new version is overall better. Can we talk about what the last version was going to be? I think we can. I went from idea 1 to idea 2 back to idea 1. Idea 1 is where we're at now with the armor stands and the customers actually coming in and you putting the food in their hand and that kind of stuff. Idea 2 was totally different. There was no customers. It was the game was going to be called Feed the Wall, and it was a wall. See what I did there with the name? Yeah, there was a wall of cobwebs, and the cobwebs would be covered up by an expanded armor stand thingy. Now, clever. You see that? I know, Lomax. But the items were going to be floating down the cobweb wall on like 9 different columns essentially, and you had to see the item falling down the wall, like, okay, here comes a piece of bread. You had to make a piece of bread before it hit the bottom and throw the piece of bread into a hopper to pair with it first, and that was how you were gonna feed your... I mean, there were no customers, but it would have been the same gameplay. It would have been like, oh, here comes this thing, we have a little bit of time, go make it, throw it into the correct thing. Yeah, I think it would have been it would have been cool. But I think the feel of seeing customers coming in is going to be better. You know, the customers actually having hermit heads and all that stuff. So we'll see. I think both would have been good. But anyways, the Feed the Wall one was going to be the wall portion, which, you know, is probably going to be like 4 or 5 blocks tall and like maybe like 8 blocks wide. That was going to be the monster's mouth. So I was going to decorate it and give it teeth and everything like that. And then he was going to have 2 eyes on the wall as well. And occasionally, I haven't figured this part out, but either if you missed feeding the monster, if maybe instead of the game ending, maybe you got 3 misses, but every time you didn't feed the monster, his eyes opened up like pistons pulled back and the guardians were there. And the guardians just shot laser beams out of his eyes and blasted you in the face. That was the plan. That was the plan. I thought that was going to be pretty cool because it fit the whole wall monster thing. And if you don't feed him, he gets angry. But that's not happening anymore. So too bad. Lethal lunch. Yeah. You can keep one guardian as the manager. And if the restaurant fails, the manager deals with it. I mean, if it's over the game, you don't have to kill the people. I don't have to kill the people if the game's over already. But we'll see. If we can think of something to use a laser beam, maybe we will. I don't know. But right now, theoretically, players can die in this game because of the rats. the silverfish that come out. The problem is, though, that I didn't think of was if they do die, they have that whole inventory full of like filler items, which are gonna just completely like, I don't know. I mean, the mine carts going underneath should pick them up, and I'll obviously filter them out and stuff, but that's gonna clog up the filter system for quite a while, because you're gonna have what, 27 and 8, you're gonna have 35 filter items on you. You know, I don't know. So part of me thinks it's good to have the player die, because then I can associate a penalty to it. Like, you die, you know, it's 10-second penalty before the door opens, before you can come back into play and stuff like that. But another part of me is just like, nah, avoid that. But I don't know if I can. I may need to have a regen beacon going all the time or something. We'll see. Minecart into lava into a filter. Yeah, that's true. You're right. I don't have to. Yeah, if I use one of the new lava cauldron unloaded things, it'll be fast, which I will do. What's up, Ahsoka? How you doing? Good to see you. I think regen beacon alone will be enough. I can't imagine someone dying from a silverfish with a regen beacon going. Like, I'm pretty sure you could probably stand there and take hits from the thing and not die, but we'll see. And the other thing that I'm annoyed about is cake. Cake is annoying. Yeah, no, I'm sad that I won't be able to use cake as an item, because it's non-stackable, and I can put cake in their hand, right? The players can put cake in their hand, but when you break it and I have to test to see if they had cake in their hand, it has to go through item filters, and it's not going to work then. So that makes me sad. But what I may do is have like a special, I don't know, we're still playing with ideas, but I might have like a special cake event. Cake off? I don't know. But basically something goes off, and it's like, instead of it being something the customer wants, like just the cake light turns on, and if you make a cake before the light turns off, you get a bonus or something. Allays can filter cake. I know. I'm not using Allays for the filtering. It'd be way too slow. But I am using Allays for other things, like returning the I'm tentatively, I haven't nailed it down yet, but I'm tentatively using Allays to collect the armor stands and the leather armor and the player heads and things like that. Okay, next on the list is you get carrots from beef. All right, it's farming time, kids. You know, let's just go this way. It's right over here, I think. Without cake, will you need sugar? Yeah, pumpkin pie and cookies. And I think one of the game, I'm still leaning towards trying to do these like in between phase positive and negative mutators, I guess we could call them. One of the negative mutators, I think, is that every customer is going to require a cookie or something. I don't know. That doesn't make sense because you can't put it in their hands, but I went way too far. Way to pay attention. You don't need sugar for cookies. You're right. Just like I said, you need brown and wheat, and that's it. I've gone too far again. We also need beetroots here. Potatoes he let me have. Where's the carrots? Carrots right in front of me. We gotta get carrots and we gotta get beetroots. Yeah, sorry on the cookie thing. I thought it was. So I guess sugar is just for pumpkin pie now, which is unfortunate. Pumpkin pie will probably be the hardest thing in the game to make. Either that or beetroot soup. I'm not sure. If you only symbolically do the cooking by just cycling items around instead of actually cooking, you can make cookies and sugar. But then I have to teach everyone what the recipe is. Part of the beauty of this game is it uses vanilla recipes, and if they have to learn what every recipe is and second guess it and be like, wait, what? Oh no, and like that, I think that takes a lot of the fun out of the game. Now, potatoes and carrots are different, and I have to come up with an interesting way to do this. Wheat and beetroots have their own seeds, which is nice. So to make those, you will probably get the appropriate seeds and then bone meal them to get the product you want. And we'll talk about bone meal later, maybe. Potatoes and carrots are different because it's the thing that makes the thing, right? Like, you want carrots, you have to plant a carrot, which then begs the question, if I already have a carrot, why would I plant a carrot? So my current plan with carrots and potatoes is I will give them one at the start of the game, and let them know that they're only getting one, and it's up to them to manage their potato carrot stock. If they run out, they messed up. I think that's the plan, but it does mean I have to give them an inventory that they can put things into. But I don't know. I wish there was two things. I wish Minecraft had, and you guys are gonna say modded does this, I know that, but I wish Minecraft had read-only containers that players could not put things into. They could only take things out of, but like hoppers could put things into. That would be nice. And things that you could like limit the slots and stuff. And I know the new crafter block can kind of do that. But I want to make like just like, hey, only carrots can go in here or something like that. That would be great. The new pots are that's the opposite. You can put things in, but you can't take things out. I want something that you can take things out, but not put things in. It's the opposite. Did I say it backwards? I thought I said it the right way. Maybe have them push a button and then it shoots out. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of options like that for sure. You know, and then I've got to put the button on like a throttle system and stuff. So yeah, I've got a lot of challenges like that with the bone meal too, because I don't want to give them infinite bone meal. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with bone meal yet. Like, I want to encourage them to make their own bone meal, but there's no way that would be fast enough. Right, because it just takes a lot of crap to make one piece of bone meal. So I think what I'm leaning toward right now is they make their own bone meal, but whenever they do make a bone meal, they get like 3 or 4 bone meal added to their barrel instead of just the one, if that makes sense. I'm basically just multiplying the rate at which you can make bone meal. But I don't know, that's still up in the air. Give them some moss. I mean, I don't know. Is it fun to just like, here's a stack of stuff, go stand at the composter for 20 seconds? It does become a time management thing, I guess, but like, I'm honestly second guessing the whole bone meal thing, but without it, it trivializes too many of the farm foods. There are a lot of factors to balance. Yeah, there are. Release a skeleton. Well, then we'll definitely have dead players. And how am I going to get enough skeletons? You could use item frames for countertops. Yeah, that's kind of been thinking a lot about that, but the not the problem, but the issue or gotcha, I guess, with item frames and countertops is if you have a countertop, you already have something that you could throw the food on without it being picked up by a minecart, you know? Unless I'm forcing him to put the item frames on the floor, which is not nearly as satisfying. So that's one of the other like big decisions too I'm having to come with is like, I really want you to play the game with 1 inventory slot, maybe 2, based on gameplay. That may change, I don't know. Because I don't want you to be able to like go back to the farm and pick up all the items. Maybe on a wall. It's surprisingly hard to throw items on top of a wall, but you can do it. A hopper could be a countertop. Interesting because you couldn't throw items on it. But where would that hopper eject its or push its items into? Like, keep in mind that there's a minecart going below the whole floor, so I can't really push things into the floor. If I push it into a barrel or something that's at the floor, they'll just pull it right back out. So I don't know. We'll see. Beast, thank you. Currently helping an extremely large minigame. An extremely large minigame on Titancraft. I wonder what that could be. I wonder what that could be. Any tips to help the crew get over the fatigue, burnout, worry of not finishing the project before season end? Get it done. That's all I gotta say. You didn't put this much time into it to quit, did you? Quit now. That's bad. I'm looking at you, Doc. Bed. Bed is why I came here, for bed things, yeah. Hopper at floor height, hopper as counter on top. It gets picked out by the hopper carts. Oh, I suppose, yeah, I suppose even if it was just a hopper into a barrel and the barrel was flush with the floor, it would go into the barrel and sit there until a hopper minecart came by. It would pick it up. That's a good point. So maybe that's something to consider, yeah. Mud is countertops. It's not really, I still have to put the hopper under the mud, but yeah, maybe. Any thoughts on using pots or urns? I'm using pots for the trash can, because again, once you put trash in, I don't want to be able to take it back out. So that's what pots are good for. Obviously I'm hoppering out the items that you put into the pot right away, but I'm gonna guess Titancraft is Patreon server. Yes, it is. They're working on a version, a decked out inspired game that is way bigger than decked out. It's insane. Hi Tangy, how are you today? I'm fantastic. Hopper under mud wouldn't be accessible. If that's a bonus. Oh, I see, because the hopper would be basically completely hidden. Yeah, that's a good point. I like that. Decked out on steroids? Yeah, we'll see if it's better, Doc. We'll see. No, I'm excited to see it. Yeah, no, mud's a good idea because it does hide everything below it. Let me write that down. I mean, mud isn't exactly a nice looking countertop, but you know, it's there. Mud is a great block, yeah. The counter could be a hopper into a composter. Well, you don't know that what they're throwing on the counter is compostable. It's not. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things, some of the ingredients and stuff like that, like a water bottle, things like that, you know, that aren't. Yeah, soul sand work too, of course. All right, let me at least get a shulker here. Stop talking and harvest some carrots already. Oh wait, we gotta plant all those. All right, we'll do it with these. Good. Oh, take it, farmland. Powdered snow as well might look better, but nothing is going to stand on the powdered snow. Are we still talking about countertops? Because like mud and soul sand, at least the item would sit on top of it, right? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. No. Sorry, I'm backwards, yeah. That we're choosing those because the items will get picked up immediately, and yeah, won't they though? With powdered snow, it'll, depending on like if you throw it on the edge of the block or something, it might kind of get weird, I think. I don't know. I have to play with it. I was gonna say, does he have like 1,000 carrots in here? The other thing too is I realized I need to make, you guys saw, I think I showed off the freezer idea in the video, right? How you're gonna get your raw pork, raw chicken, and raw fish. I'm very burpy, sorry. I need to make that more time consuming, I think. Right now it's like by far the easiest thing in the game to make is any of those cooked foods, because you just go in there, grab it, come out, throw it in the furnace, and you're done. So I think I need to make the freezer more of a experience without killing the player. So we'll see. Obviously the snow is in there and that's something that can hurt them. But I might want to add something that makes it longer to wait for the meat to show up, or I'm not sure. And I'm probably going to make the freezer just be bigger than the little 3 blocks I had. Yeah. Well, right now there's a button there, and I kind of well, you know, waved my hand over what happens when you hit that button. There could be a delay on you hit the button to summon the meat, and it takes a while. Little music plays or something. Could be a maze. Nope. No mazes. No mazes. Maze is bad. Sorry, that's just a me thing. No capes. No, I don't like mazes personally. I don't think they're fun. Games are fun when you feel good about what you're doing and you feel proud of the decisions that you made. Maybe a button press rhythm game. The metronome. I don't know if I like the idea, but I like metronome, Joe. Yeah, no, my philosophy on games is you should feel good and happy about the decisions you're making while you're playing the game. You shouldn't be suffering until you get it right. Like, that's not fun. That's why I don't like things like that. Like, to me, a game shouldn't be, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, smack, you're still wrong, smack, you're still wrong. Finally, you did what everyone else did. That's not satisfying in a game. And that's what mazes are. Okay, that's good enough. Again, because for carrots, we're just giving them 1 to start. So this will be plenty for carrots. It's not compatible with Soul Likes. No, absolutely not. Yeah. Eat the carrot. Randomized maze. That's even worse. Because you don't even get the satisfaction of replayability and feeling like, oh, I'm now I feel good about the decisions because I'm starting to learn this maze. All right. Beetroot seeds, baby. Doink, doink. Oh, remind me to give this, not that. Pork chops to, we can keep this in our hand. I don't know if I have any more. Should have brought another shulker with me. All right, we'll fill up some of those if we need to. Place the slab back in the water. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Does he grow beetroots here? Flesh instead of meat 25% of the time. Just, oh, here we go. Just a slot, make the freezer be a slot machine. Okay, now I need lots of seeds here. Okay, good. 8. Yeah, okay, you get tons of seeds. By the way, Doc, Jerk Knox, if you're here, I appreciate all the music. Again, I know you made some updates recently. I appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, Jerk Knox is his idea, not mine. So, you know. Wouldn't thank someone by calling them a jerk usually, unless it's like Skiz or someone. How are you gonna filter the soup? Why? Why do you gotta make me realize things that I don't want to realize? Looks like soup's off the menu, boys. Yeah, there goes the 2 best items in the game to make. Cool. Hey, Mojang, thanks for making randomly things not stack. That's awesome. Please do more of that. So sick of this arbitrary stacking rules in the game. Everything stacked to 64. Done. The only reason to not do that is because there are some redstone benefits to having 16 stackable items for hoppers, stuff like that, and everything. But just give us one item then that does that if you want to be backward compatible. Like, allays aren't going to work, guys. Allays are going to be too slow. I don't know. I'll take a look at them again, but just I feel like the redstone's going to be way weird with allays, but we'll see. Now that I'm missing cake and beetroot soup, like that is kind of, that sucks. Like I really wanted cake because I wanted a customer to come in, you know. Oh, hi friend. I wanted, you know, Mumbo to come into the place and order a cake, and I wanted the players to just totally freak out. Where's my bed? Where the beetroot collecting only for soup. No, just regular beetroot will be something as well too. I'm gonna have some very simple things. Like some people may come in and just order a carrot or something, I think, just for variety. It'll be simple, but we have crafters for variable signals. Don't need backwards compatibility. Yeah, it would break some existing redstone dead knight, but yeah. Like the idea of going to a restaurant. I'll just have one carrot, please. Oh, good job on the de-seeding there. Like honestly, guys, one of the things I've been working a lot on is the redstone for, like, for lack of a better term, the customer processor, right? Because I'm putting like 8 or 9 customers in this place with only one block, essentially everything for a customer needs to be redstone tileable. And it's massive. It's massive right now for doing all the things that it needs to do. Like the countdown, the testing, the launching the armor stand up there, having it land on the trapdoor, being able to open the trapdoor, having it fall all the way through, to shoot it, to collect the items and filter it, and all the while changing animation states on the guy. Like, it's a lot going on. So I don't know, maybe it'll work, because the thing is, like, if I use allays, right, to pick up something, right, say I have an allay that's like, oh, I pick up cake. Great. What if 2 customers have cake delivered at the same time? And now there's 2 cakes in the system. Or what if they put cake in the wrong hand in the armor stand next to it? He's gonna, the allay doesn't know where it picked up the cake from. So I would need to have an allay for every customer, for every product, so that it knew if it picked it up from that customer row or not. Like, I would need 60 allays in there, right? It's just, yeah. Pick certain booths to have unique orders. Oh, if you're saying I use the hybrid system and use allays just for the cake and beetroot, but use regular filtering for everything else, that comes with its own set of problems, but I suppose. Why are you getting so much beetroot? So that players can make beetroots and grow beetroots and stuff like that. Yeah, I still need a little bit more, I think. I'd like to get almost a shulker. Rain. Yeah, so currently what I've got to test if the food, it's very interesting, testing if they delivered the right food to the right customer. The armor stand falls out, an arrow shoots it to break it, because that's the only way you can break an armor stand, which then means that the armor stand, the leather legs, the leather armor, the head, and the food product are all going to fall into hoppers. I've got to then have that go over a filter, a programmable filter, which was like, okay, this customer's gonna have bread, so send the bread armor stand down the way and send a piece of bread down into the filter to load the filter, so that when the item goes in, when the armor stand drops, bread will go over that filter and then stack with the bread that's in there, trigger the item filter, and success. You know, like it's complicated. But then I've got to empty the filter, like unprogram the filter, so that the next person that uses that slot could order a different food. It's tricky. Customers could have more space. I mean, it already takes up more space than I want. You know, where it's already making the customer area be like, you know, I haven't decided how many customers I'm going to want max, but I'm sure it's going to be at least 7 or so, which means it's got to be 14 blocks wide. If you only had one I assume unshakable means unstackable item in the game, you could just use a generic unstackable item filter, I think. Maybe? And you said a couple, I was hoping a couple of, I mean, it's gonna be the kind of thing, like I'm doing I got a lot of the redstone done, like a lot of it done. So yeah, I would expect a lot of progress in the episodes. All right, good enough for now. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, beetroots. All right, let me just check that I think I planted everything. We look good. All right, where does Beef actually live? Like where's his storage room? Is it still, it's not in this house, is it? Where would be the best place to leave a gift for Beef? In here? Looks like in here. Basement? Excellent. Does he have... Ooh, it's creepy back here. I've never been down here, never seen this. Oh, here we go. I just want to steal a sign. Can I steal a sign, please, Beef? Thank you. Interpreting someone else's storage room is always the greatest challenge ever. Is it just in wood? I'll just I thought I saw wood a second ago. Oh, maybe it's here. Ah. Oh, that's not a good sign. All right, he keeps them sorted by thing. Perfect. Okay. Good enough. I didn't put it here. I put it down here. I'm lost already. Nope. For the use of your wonderful farm. Thanks. Tango. don't care. He may be excited over that, or he may be like, yeah, whatever. Pork chops. I don't care. Who cares about pork chops? I love this idea. For cooked foods, have you considered dried kelp as an option? There can be a fish tank to one side of the restaurant. Oh, and they have to go punch the kelp? I mean, I'd have to be careful if they don't. Someone would punch out all the kelp, and then the game would break. Or I'd have to make it... I could hide the base layer, I guess, so they can't reach it. But no, I mean, yes, I thought about dried kelp. I discounted it because it didn't seem like a food. Maybe. We need more Clank. I know. We'll see. Time is tough. A cake window? What? What's a cake window? People eat kale? No, I know you're right, I suppose. Dried kelp is sushi paper. Yeah, it is. Have you considered a resource pack for custom recipes? Yes, and I kind of spoke to that already, didn't I? I think part of the goodness of the game is vanilla recipes, so that the players can come into the restaurant, and when I say pumpkin pie or whatever, they know they can share a common language and they understand what needs to be done, rather than like constantly going to a book and stuff like that. But you're right, I really could resource pack the, you know, and custom art and make all kinds of custom foods and make hamburgers, and I could do all that stuff, right? But then the non-vanilla people would poo-poo on me again or something, you know, so. See, not everything needs custom models. Yeah, I know, keep it simple. And I don't think it does. I don't think it does in this case, so I think I'm okay with sticking with vanilla. You could have VIP customers where you earn more points, but it's hard order and they have... Yeah, Taxation, I was thinking about like a food critic. What game is it? Diner Bros, which is another one of these food games. Like a food critic comes in and he's really important. You got to serve him well and that kind of thing. So maybe, yeah. Diner Dash? Diner Bros is the one I'm thinking of. I thought it was Diner Bros. Can you use potions for drinks? I could. I'm not. I'm leaning against it right now. But possibly. No thanks, Doc. No thanks. People doing things with biddies. I appreciate it. I'm starting a YouTuber beginner redstone series. Is there anything I think I should cover? Wow. I mean, good. Do it. I think there's I haven't looked for one in a while, but I feel like there's still a need for one. Is there anything I think you should cover? I mean, obviously the basics. No, I mean, I trust you'll get all this stuff. Just make sure you understand who your target audience is. You know, you can't assume anyone knows anything if you're making that video. Everything must be explained. Hi, Maddie, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. Would milk? Yeah, milk is going to be something that people could order. Are you planning on using the auto crafter for crafting? Yes. If so, could you implement by just taking out the ingredients instead of crafting the real item? Would allow you to craft non-stackable items. Crafting non-stackable items isn't the problem. I mean, I could have the players make a cake. That's easy, right? And then hit the button and a cake pops out and they put it in the armor stand's hand and they hit the button, everything's great. The problem is down below. Oh, milk isn't stackable. Come on into Hungry Hermits, where all we serve is baked potatoes, everybody. Just baked potatoes all day, every day. Get them while they're baked. That doesn't go there. That goes there. This. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Taste buds are us. There you go. Chorus fruit? No. Chorus fruit has all kinds of problems. Obvious problems. Swap cake with a remodeled stick. Yeah. But then I've got to make... I have to change the crafting thing so that it outputs a stick instead of cake. Milkshake machine. So yeah, so far we've realized now cake, beetroot soup, and milk are no longer on the menu because of arbitrary choices made by Notch 15 years ago. All right, let's go over here. Oh, potions are off too, right? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Not that I was going to do potions, but... Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. That's too much of that. We'll do that. And that. And that. And that. And carrots. Okay. What about fish? Yeah, we got plenty of fish. Is there a mod or a data pack? I mean, sure, but then I'm changing it for the whole server, so no good. And pumpkin pies. Pumpkin pies stack, don't they? Pumpkin pies stack. Right? Yeah. Yeah, they're fine. Okay. What else is on my list here? Let's see. We're going fast here. That over there. Scroll this up to... Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's why. Carrots, seeds, done. Oh, my redstone shop, I think, is very woefully unstackable. Let's do that. Let's take care of that real quick. We can still keep talking about the game, though, too. It's over here. Let's go this way. You can dispense bucketed fish into a fresh tank for them to catch and use, and control how many they have. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have the freezer system, which seems like it works good for meats, chicken, pork, and fish. The fishing thing is interesting. Definitely complicates things. You gotta get a fishing rod and sit there and wait, and an unknown amount of time. You could lose to RNG, but maybe. Oh, go fishing with the bucket, I suppose. You meant catch it by hand. You meant with the bucket, right? All right, so we need repeaters. Definitely some redstone blocks. Yikes. All right, I gotta... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't think I have any redstone because I haven't run my farm in forever. All right, repeaters, torches, redstone blocks, pistons, and hoppers. That's the list. Someone repeat it back to me so I know we got it. Who buys redstone torches? I don't know. The people who emptied this bucket, probably. I think what happens is people come to the shop without a certain purchase in mind. They come to the shop thinking, I need some redstone. And they just kind of buy a smattering of all the things, which I'm okay with. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, someone made a little path. Fun Gus has got a path now. Oh, Hermit's gotta go. Say no to the Poe. Is this Jevin? Who is this? All right, let's see. Any sales? Woo! All right, and the pun. The pun is plateau is highest form of flattery. Can I? put this back in the how does this work again? Yeah, we'll put that right back there. That's the only problem, is to check this my shop. I also have to take a pun. The punificator 5000. I love it. I know. Take a look at Mumbo's iron shop. I mean, shop. That's that. We're being really free with the word shop at this point, aren't we? Oh no, we are not. I'm spoiling. Spoilers! There's nothing to see here. Why are you jerks telling me to go there? How did you even know to go to his shop if it's a spoiler? Vid's out. Oh, you guys just didn't watch the video. It's not a spoiler if you didn't see it. I'll check it out when we go back. Let me get my redstone bitty bits. This video is 1 hour old. Gotcha. Sweep. You want to see me ride the elevator? All right. All right. This probably isn't going to be enough, is it? Let's see. I got to run this factory. I haven't run the factory in like 2 weeks. I know hoppers are on the list, right? Pistons. Good thing I have that factory, right? Right? Good thing. How's my redstone supply? I gotta make block. Nope. We're not restocking redstone. What else do I need? Iron. Put the diamonds away. Need a little bit of iron. Piston power. Iron again. Okay. Factory workers have been too busy lately. Yeah, 100%. Okay, that's 8 stacks in the store. Let's do a little bit more here. What else do I need? A little bit more cobble and another dust. It's the union, I know. Factory can't work when it's off. True story. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I've got, what is it? What's the cobble? Cobble is 4 per 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think that should be just right. Nope. Oh, maybe it was. Okay, good enough. Repeaters? Was repeaters on the list? I think that's the only one that I'm gonna actually be able to, like, yeah. Whoop. It was repeaters, right? On the list? I think. Yeah. Cool. And we're not doing redstone dust because I don't have enough. What's up, Royal Ruby? How you doing? Torch up power. Are witch farms still a thing? Yeah, they're way better now too. In fact, I probably should just build a double witch farm. But something about making my 3rd redstone farm of the season makes me angry. So yeah. How many times have you portaled today? I know, Doc. We might be hitting that point. What happened to the factory chunk loaders? The factory chunk loaders are not for keeping the factory loaded all the time. It's just for keeping the factory loaded long enough after I leave. And it's turned off anyways, so. Doink. Doink, 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 doink. Da, 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 da. Excellent. Well, technically there is an auto on Flounder. I just have it auto offed. Right now it's forced off. Normally it auto ons with the, if you guys remember we were here when we did the thing where the sheep moves, and the sheep detect only moves when within 32 blocks. But I have it turned off because it was doing stupid things, and I haven't turned it back on. Poor Future Tango. How does he get anything done? I know. Exactly. I still think I should sue myself. Okay. And we're done. The shop is restocked except for the redstone dust, which is probably the thing that people want the most. Oh well. I think tonight I'll AFK at the villager farm. It would be a funny court case, I know. Elevator! Let's go see it. I forgot. I sue myself. Yeah, I should sue myself and have 2 different lawyers. Or maybe it's more fun to have 1 lawyer. What is this? Oh, is this the glass? Ooh, more spoilers. Okay. The iron shop. The iron shop. Totally welcoming. Gotcha. Welcome to the mine. Stand inside cage and press the button by the door. Oh, I'm gonna fail this test. Stand inside the cage. Press the button beside the door. Button here. You mean that button? We're going down to the mine, everybody! That's cool! Uh-oh. Am I gonna die? You are entering. This is amazing. That is so mumbo. I know. Makes an overcomplicated elevator just to go down 4 blocks. Danger, danger, danger. This is fantastic. Where does this go? Oh, just glass. Oh, he used the fog effect there to like fog it up. This is great. And the sound effects. How is he healing that golem with a dispenser and an iron nugget? No, he's just got an armor. He's got an iron golem on a head, of course. What do I iron golem head on a no block? Oh, is it up top? It's probably up top. Good job. Good job, Mumbo. I like it. The mine shaft is great. Out. Hours of observation are unparalleled. Bravo. Bravo. Wood shop again if I ever needed iron. Very cool. Very cool. Just finished watching this episode. It's so cool. It is. It is cool. It's like an experience, right? You get to, a lot of people are making like games in their shop, which is great. Mumbo made a shopping experience, you know, going down into the mine. It's got that sense of like exploration kind of. It's cool. What do you call a billboard with cub? A cupboard. I like that. I like that. That's good. Okay. Full skadoodle. Snail? What? There's no snails. We are out of redstone. boom, boom. All right, what time is it? It's only 1:30. It's supposed to be 2:30 based on my schedule. We got nothing to do. All right, hang on. We'll give you guys some spoilers. How about that? We'll show you some of the things I've been working on. You're gonna have to wait though as I like piece it together. You know what? I'm gonna need a lot more of those and some of those. And how else do you make an armor stand? That's it. Doink. All right, 18 of those is good. I need a bunch of item frames. Item frames. I see the glow ones there. Do I not have a stack of regular skadoodlers? I should have a whole bunch of leather. Oh. Wait. Oh, there's. I was like, I know I got a whole ton of leather somewhere. Doink, doink. No, it's sticks are the really limiting factor here, right? I don't need. Let's go over to Stick Town. Skiz is online. Oh, is he? Can I just tell you how great it is having infinite sticks and infinite planks all season? Just those two things alone from the bamboo farm and auto crafting them is like such an amazing game changer. All right, books. Oh, this is where the leather's gonna come in. How many books do I got? Oh, that'll do. That'll do. No, I don't need those at all. Because we're gonna do the armor stand book thing, right? Yes. And redstone and all that stuff should be in my happy box. Yes. Look at all this loose garbage. Look at this. Look at this. It's just a mess. One of these days, probably the last day of the season, I'm gonna organize my ender chest and everything's gonna be great and productive, and I can't wait. That day is not today. Promises, I know. Okay, I think I figured out how I want to do patience. Customers, how to tell the players how much time they have left to deliver the food to the player. And I think it has one minor drawback that I'm not happy about, but we'll discuss. Let's head over and we'll build some shenanigans and I'll show you. We're gonna do it with the armor stand itself. Please fly through impulses in Cyber City. Why? Is there a new build? Where's Etho when you need him? Why do you need an Etho? Well, wrong side. Playing Vault Hunters, I know, like everyone else. Okay. So, look at these guys. Marshmallow Man in Impulse City. Someone prank him and put a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in his city. If so, that's amazing, and I can't be happier. Okay, let's see here now. We're gonna break this. We're gonna do a little bit of temp redstone here. Give me one of those, give me a little bit of this, and give me some of that, and one of these. Some snowballs would have been good. What 8 stackable item, or what 16 stackable item do I have? Here I am complaining about stackable items, and now I need an item that stacks to 16. Just because of the way the comparators work. Oh well. We'll fake it. Eggs? Do I have eggs? Oh, I don't have eggs here, I don't think. Armor stands, yeah. Honey bottles? Yeah, I don't have the bottles here, though. It's alright. It's not a big deal. We'll just have to wait a little bit longer, or I'll have to just cheese it. Snowballs would be the best one, yeah. Okay. So let's see. Give me a book. Bloop. Okay. Now, before y'all scream, there's a mod for this. I know, obviously there's a mod for this, but this is how you copy and use redstone. The mod doesn't do what we're about to do. Only this does it, which is animating armor stands through redstone. We did. I showed this like in Decked Out 2 and stuff. Book stacked to 16. We did. No, they stacked to 64, I think. Anyways, check this out. Let's see. We'll go this. You know what? We'll just click the buttons inside the thing. That's just as easy. We'll do that. We'll do this, and then we'll do 2, 3, 4. I want another one. Okay, now let's go. Oh, that's why I had that there, so I could hop over the wall. Right. Blocks? Can I have some blocks? Blocks. 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 Yeah, not those. Not those. There we go. Okay. So the idea is we're going to use, the game is called Hungry Hermits. The explanation to the game is going to be hermits are coming to your restaurant and they're really hungry. Obviously, right? This is the level of lore you get with the tango, right? So hungry that if you don't feed them in time, they'll pass out. You wouldn't want a hermit to pass out, would you? Right? So we're gonna have, when they come into the restaurant, they're gonna order and their head's gonna be like, but as time goes on, their head's gonna go, and it's gonna slowly bob down. And when their head gets down all the way, that's when they pass out and you lose. And it works perfectly because it's integrated right into the armor stand. And it's just so simple, right? It does mean more animated frames, like, which we're going to simulate right here. But, you know, who cares? That's my problem. So we can do this like this and like this. And now we need to make a bunch of books. So here we go. Now we're going to use the mod for the posing, get them the way we want it because it's easier. Let's see, is it X? Yeah, so I'll even have them come in like looking a little bit up. I think that's good, right? Super, this is like phase 1 right here. So then I take the statues book, I turn on hitboxes here, and I go all the way over to copy, and then right there in green text, pose and settings, copy to the book. Bam. All right. Now I do this and I say, give me another book, which is what? Trigger help 2. Okay, I'll do that. And now we'll move his head a little bit. Like we'll go to 0. Okay. And then I'll save this pose. And I only have to do this once. And then I can copy the books and stuff. That goes there. Set 2. Yep. Thank you. And now we'll move the head a little bit forward. He's starting to doze off now. Copy this. Give me another book. A little bit more forward. He's starting to fade. Starting to fade. You know what? Let's just we'll expedite because they'll probably, I don't know how many phases there'll be, but you'll get the idea here. Let's just jump to that right there. And I go copy, put that there, and then give me one more. Yeah, this is pretty brilliant. I'm pretty happy with this. And then like we'll just say like, you know, whatever, like right there. Ugh, I can't go on anymore. There'll be more phases. It won't be that abrupt, but this is just to give you guys the idea. Right, and then that goes there. And then now what I'll be able to do is, you know, there'll be like a hopper, like injecting items into a barrel or something. Okay. And the idea is that the rate at which those items go in determines the rate which his head declines. And when this redstone signal gets to the length that I want, game over, right? And when they drop the player down, I mean, obviously I'll have to reset the armor state and everything later on, but when they reset the player down, all I got to do is take a hopper and quickly remove the item. And I think I'm actually going to use a crafter for this and have a hopper clock. So a little bit like a hopper clock on like a 20-second interval, maybe a 15-second interval. I don't know. That's all gameplay. But every 15 seconds, it'll put one more item into the crafter, because the crafter is really good. Even though I'm not going to craft anything, the crafter is really good at just one item equals one redstone signal, right? It's very, very good for that. And it's very quick to empty out. I only need a couple of seconds to empty the whole thing out. So depending on how many, animation phases I want will determine, how many items, go through the hopper and stuff there. So we'll do this. That's one. What am I forgetting here? That's supposed to work. Oh, I wonder if the setting isn't turned on to allow animations. No, you don't power the block. You actually power the same block that the item frame is in. This is how you do it. I'm pretty sure they're off, because I think it probably... I could just go check. But you aren't powering the stone. It's got nothing to do with that. This is how it works, guys. It's a data pack that works. It's got nothing to do with real redstone. It's because if it was working based on powering the stone and I did that, it'd be like, well, which one does it work on? This way here, you power the redstone dust. There can only be one item frame in that. Well, actually, there could be multiple item frames in that block, I guess, right? Couldn't I do this still? Yeah, I could. I don't know then. Never mind. This is how it works, though. Nothing about animations in the admin panel. I don't know what that means. Let me go see if I can find it. Doink. Doink. Not quite certain where the setting is. Armor poser. It's probably in here. Let me do this and this. And we will edit that. Oh, we will open that. Well, we just drag this in. Let's see. There's only 3 things: enable config GUI, enable name tags, and allow scrolling. Where was this? All right. Nothing about animation for the data pack. There's a way to... There's like an admin thing I have to set. I forget what it is. I had to do this for Decked Out too, yeah. Oh, hi, Brazirty, man. Yeah, we already talked about tape to tape. I'm going to force you to stream it as soon as you can tolerate me for a few hours. Well, now this is a buzzkill. This is no fun. Isn't that armor statues, not armor poser? Oh, you're right. The config. I think you're right. Config, that's armor poser. Is there one for... I'm not seeing one for it. Save, inhibitor, voice chat, audio player, chord finder, shulker box. Maybe it's out here. I don't know. This is now an offline thing. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. There's a way to do it, but it's not enabled on the server yet, which is kind of annoying. Oh. It's something like that, yeah. I don't want to run function armor stand animate. I think that's it. Or there's something with, I don't have function stuff here yet. That's what's got to happen, yeah. Alrighty. Well, anyways, imagine this is total buzzkill, but imagine, you guys get the idea, right? As time is going by, their head slowly dips forward. And then what I'll probably do as well is when they get to the second to last phase, meaning there's only like a few seconds left, like 10 or 15 seconds left, there'll probably be like some kind of urgency noise that goes off just in case, you know, like I don't know what that would be, but some kind of audio cue that lets you know, hey, you're about to lose. I did show you manually. Yeah, it just looks cool when it's actually like in motion. Snoring. Yeah, so that's the idea. I'm pretty excited about that. I was thinking about doing something with another armor stand, but now it's like it's all integrated right into the stand. Now there is one drawback to this, right? And that's the way the armor stand posing work is I don't know if I'll explain this correctly, but it's complete. It's absolute. Whatever is in that armor stand book sets the entire armor stand to that state. You can't do like just change the right hand, just change the head. You have to stamp out a whole pose. So the problem with that is like one of the things I'm going to be doing with the armor stand stuff is making the name tag appear due to an upcoming change we've got. The problem is if they're like what head pose is associated to the name tag reveal, if you will, right? So if the head is like already 45 degrees down and then they take its order, the head's probably going to go boop and pop back up until the next tick of this advances, and then it's going to go pert and go all the way down. Looks like animations are all on by default. That should be working then. It's supposed to do it to the nearest armor stand. Oh wait, is there another armor stand around? That would be comical. It's the crafter counter. Is it in range? Yeah, it's within 8 blocks is what the range is. Yeah. Mod has them disabled by default. Okay, muzzle. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Test with a button. I mean, no, this would be working. I'm 99% certain. I'm pretty sure that it's just not on, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. We explained the idea at least. But anyways, yeah, so that's the problem with like taking the order. So what I might do though is actually make the gameplay be that when you take a customer's order, it gives them back like 20 seconds or so. I'm playing with that. Like, I don't know if that's fun or not, because now like the proper meta becomes to ignore customers for a while and get that time back. You know, it wakes them up a little bit. Which is kind of like, right, if you're at a restaurant and no one's even come to your table, you're like, ah. And then when they do come to your table, your patience is renewed a little bit, like, oh, you took my order, good, okay. So I kind of like that, but it still has the problem of what state to set the head in. I don't know what state the head should be in, so that's the only drawback to it. Daniel, you're being amazing, and I didn't even notice. Thank you. Why don't you play poker in the jungle? Because there are cheetahs. Is there an animation setting in the data pack book? No, I don't think so. X. Let me get another book here. And if so, I wouldn't expect me to be able to set it. I think it's gonna have to be a config file thing. I know there's like a, I don't know if you're listening, X, there's like a sample rate that the animations work on. It's like how many animation updates per tick or something, how often it samples. And that might default to 0. Yeah, I don't know. It's not worth worrying about. We'll get it working. Thanks for sharing, Doc. First 90% of the instructions, yeah. And Bad Wolf Rises, thank you. I appreciate the piece of pie. I can't tell my friends and family yet, but I need to tell someone. I bought my first house. Congrats. Why are you hiding this from your friends and family? That's terrifying. I hope it was a good decision. Congrats, Bad Wolf. It moved. Whoa, whoa, hey, what the what? Got it. Set the rate to 60. Oh, that's amazing. Kazumi, you're awesome. Thank you, man. Okay. So, let me see if I can get this. Here goes. All right, this would be better with snowballs, but we'll just throw some items in here. The problem is it would take a long time for each. What's the difference between yeah, good job, X. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think of let's see. All right, let's go get, well, we need to go get some eggs anyways. Let's go get a bunch of eggs. I don't know. My armor stand stacked to 16. Yeah, I think they do. Let's see. And then I don't want to use the crafter because that's one item equals one. Should have brought a shulker with me. Oh, my chickens aren't chickening. Wow, they filled that whole barrel up before. No, I know I stole some in a stream, but man, they haven't repopulated at all. All right, well, that's not an option. Oh, we'll have to get them from my my new chicken farm. Crafters fill empty slots first. You can use any item. No, I know. So if I use the crafter, then I got to put a time delay system on it, so that it only puts one item in every few seconds. So we could just make a little hopper clock. Let's do that. Fine. It'll be a little redstone project. We'll set the example. That's going to be the way it really works anyway. So let's do that. There's only 2 chickens in there. That's all there ever was, I think. Ow. Okay, so quick little brief redstonification here. Let's see, a couple of those, one of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, hoppers into the thing, and that. I think that's it. All right, let's do skadoodle doodle. Nope, that was a double miss there. Give me that back. That there. Put that there. Let's go. Comparator. Blocky. Dusty. Thing. You. And we'll go that. Okay. And now we just need a torch would be fine, I think. Right? Brain. Let's do observer and a dropper. do. But the observer's gonna do. I'm making this way more complicated than it should be. We'll do that. Nope. I feel like the dust. Why am I being stupid? I want to get the dropper in right here. So it puts the item in. So if I just do that, because that actually turns off, right? And then turns back on. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So now we do this, right? Please hold. Hey! Hi, Skiz. So it's a little bit slow. All right, let's speed it up. It'll be more fun if we speed this up. How many we got in there now? That's too fast. And take all these out and put them back in here. Here we go. He's happy. He's getting tired. He's getting tired. I love it. Ugh. And again, we'll have more states than just this. I'll probably have like 9 or 10, as many as I can fit under there. And then after this one, good. Floor drops, all the customers leave. Game over, sound plays, you're sad. Too bad. Pretty good, right? You guys like that? It fits with the Hungry Hermits thing. So every customer will be a hermit now, and if you don't feed the hermits in time, they pass out. I think that's pretty cool. I'm happy with it, yeah. And it's all self-contained in the armor post system. So there's that. There's that. What else? What else? Where's my? Over here. Close that. This. Yeah, we talked about the freezer design. I think that's not the freezer. I think I'm probably just gonna have the freezer be deeper, and then when you press the button, there's time associated with getting the food. I think. Is there a scar here? Do you serve 4-pound peanut butter pie? I wish I did, Scar. I might need to put that in the data pack, the 4-pound peanut butter, and call it that. Can you imagine coming over here and someone's just like above their name, it's just like 4-pound peanut butter pie? That'd be great. So the freezer, yeah, I think the freezer will be fine if we make it A, bigger, and B, put a delay on waiting for the food to arrive. Can anyone think else of some other things that might make more interactive, something more fitting of a freezer theme? Like you have to wait for something to thaw out, or I don't know. What if the freezer could only open from the outside, so someone had to let you? I know. I was thinking of that, but that feels. A, it means now you can't play single player. I don't know. Like I think people would not go into the freezer because their friend wasn't ready. Maybe. I did think about it. Yeah. Have to melt an ice block to get to the meat. Thaw the meat. How would you thaw it? Just an arbitrary timer. I mean, that's my idea. It's just with a visual associated to it, I suppose. But with stuff. Oh, stuff. That's I didn't think about the stuff. What if the freezer broke? Well, so Spicy, you're onto something there with the things breaking. I want. This is outside of just the freezer thing. I want more what I call interruptions. Interruptions for the player that changes their priority to not force, but for better or worse, change their primary focus to be a different activity. Interrupt what they're currently doing because something else came up. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, both work. You need a lot of those because those really contribute to the franticness of the game. The more interrupters you have, the better. And I'll talk about more about those in a little bit. But I say that because machines breaking is an interruption, right? You're like, oh, I'm getting the pork chop, I'm getting the pork chop, I'm getting the fish. Freezer broke. Oh no, right? Now you got to fix the freezer before you can go do anything else that you were planning on doing. Those kind of things are good. Reactor events. I mean, that's an interruption. Yeah. But that's not the only style of that. Idea, name it frozen pork chops. You need to thaw it in order to raw pork chop in the process station. How would I go from a frozen pork chop to a raw pork chop then? That's the part I don't know. Like, I'm trying not to make custom models for the foods. I mean, even if I just named it, if I named it frozen pork chop, that would be sufficient, because then it wouldn't stack with a regular pork chop and they couldn't serve a regular. They could, but they would fail if they served a frozen pork chop. But drop her the raw version. Oh, so they have to do something with the frozen version, put it into something and press the button and wait, kind of thing? Maybe? It is a time sink, yeah. Yeah, I mean, is that any different than, you know, walking in here and pressing the button? I suppose the defrosting it is a flavor behind the delay, but it kind of feels just like a delay again. It becomes a bottleneck. Both cases are bottlenecks, I think. But maybe, yeah. Maybe you have to restock the freezer occasionally. Yeah, I was thinking about that, like, or order more meat or something. I don't know. Like, you could run out of meat and then you have to, like, do something, and that takes like a minute for the new. I don't know. Oh, Play It Up isn't for Mac? No. Deadnet, what are you doing trying to play games on a Mac? Come on. So anyways, yeah, the freezer needs an upgrade. We'll get to that. What else do I have? Customer locations. I'm contemplating the idea of contemplating the idea of not having the customers all in a line. Obviously that would be ideal. It's better if they're all in a line for redstone reasons, but I think the shop would be more fun if they weren't, especially because it allows me to put like walls up between them. I mean, technically I could put up a wall between them anyways, right? I could. Yeah, so maybe I don't need to. I could do that and just make an arbitrary room, which changes the gameplay based on some of those like template ideas that I was talking about. Like, you know, I can only see these customers over here and feed them, but to see what those customers want, my friend has to go see them or something like that. So separate dining areas is a good idea, and I might be able to accomplish it with just a simple wall like this. I mean, obviously, if this went all the way over here, right, and there was a door here, that changes everything, right? There's a door there and a door here, right? Now you gotta like come over here to check on these customers, or go over here to check on these customers. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. It adds more micro jobs, basically. And the best part about all that is you can configure all that based on like the templates. So like, you guys familiar when I talk about templates? It's a horrible word, but like map layout or whatever. This wall right here might be a map, you know, something the player builds. Oh, we're gonna play template 3 today, right? And part of that is building that wall there, which changes the whole gameplay, you know, and puts up walls and opens doors and stuff like that. I think it'll be really cool. How do you plan to change the walls? That's it. The players are going to do it themselves beforehand, manually. Yeah, they're going to look at a picture and be like, we have to build that, and it'll take them 2 minutes. Templates are done very manual. Yeah, the concern with the templates is that the players aren't going to break them down correctly, or they'll leave something in the wrong state. But I'm probably going to choose like one block And if you see that block anywhere in any form, you know it's part of a template. Like if I chose smooth stone, for instance, right? The players will learn that anything that's done in smooth stone is part of a template. So whenever we want to change templates, we just break everything that's in smooth stone and replace smooth stone. I think that'll work. Even if they miss a block, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, if they miss a block, you know, back here or something, that's fine. But if they miss a block that is covering up access to something, that's a problem, right? Because I may do that with the templates too, is like put something in the walls that like, oh, you don't get to play with a trash can this level or something. Who knows? I don't know. How are we going to show them the templates offline or in Discord? So Mosul, that's a good question. Like the easy answer is for me to take screenshots, right? I just build it out and then I'm like, boom, screenshot. And then somewhere on some really simple website, we put all the templates maybe. Map art, too much work. Too much work. Map art would be the best solution. But that's gonna add hours and hours and hours of time, I think, right? I don't know, maybe if you're dealing with really small scale maps, like I don't know, maybe if it's super low res because it's only covering a small area, I'd have to look into that. But custom painting, maybe it would be great if it was in game, because that's what, you know, and yeah, even if there's a website, like people who are streaming and stuff could link the website and everything, but in-game is definitely better. So I'm going to try to get some kind of in-game way of doing it, but that adds a lot of complexity, of course. Double piston extenders to make walls from above. There's no reason to do that. It's way too complicated and it blocks up places that I need for other redstone. Upload the picture to custom model item. Maybe. Yeah. If we can add custom paintings now, I guess we probably could, right? Maybe I will do that. I mean, you can make a custom other items. Yeah. Anyways, that's probably what we'll do. Get ready for that, Mosul. Yeah. So that's that. What else? Customer locations, separating them by walls is some of the things I'm thinking of. Yeah. Let's see. I could go through. I'm officially out of things to do for the stream, guys. So at this point, I'm just going to go through my idea doc and chat a little bit. I think this is where it becomes a chatty stream. Let's see. Environmental hazards like oil spills, fires. We're gonna have, I mean, we have the cobwebs, right? The cobwebs from making a mess is an environmental hazard, kind of. It's not a threat to it, but it slows you down. We can make a steampunk snail. I don't know how to make a steampunk snail, didn't I? Go bother other hermits. I probably should. Yeah. Maybe we can go see Gem. Let me see. Let me look over real quick if there's anything I could just share with you guys. I'm thinking about making chef hats that players can wear when they play the game, just for fun, because I think it would be fun if everyone had a chef hat while they were playing this game. It would just totally make the game happier and fun. Let's see. Potions. No. One of the big goals is how to not force but highly encourage players to be cooperative on a single food product, right? I said this in the video. I think I really don't want someone to, two players playing together, go, I'll get the bread, you get the cooked pork chops, and they both completely make that piece of food and come back and serve the customer, and that's it. Like that, it's not cooperative. They're just playing the same game next to each other and hoping that the other guy doesn't fail. So I really need to find ways, you know, obviously the key way to do that is to block them off and to segregate them so that they can't, I cannot get over there, right? I can get the raw pork chop, but I can't cook it, so you have to cook it. I could do that. That's what Overcooked does, but that's also a little bit of a sledgehammer. I'd like I'd like the player to realize that it's more efficient because it is, rather than force them to play that way, if that makes sense. And that's done by, like, you know, yes, I could get the pork chop. This is all an example, right? I could get the pork chop out of the freezer and go cook it, but the time it would take me to do that, it's quicker to just throw it over the counter where you are instead of going all the way around or something like that. How does Plate Up do it? That's a good question, right? Because I always come back to that. Like, Plate Up doesn't... Two people could play Plate Up such that they all cook the food and deliver it themselves, but they don't because because there's such a clear and easy separation of roles, server and cook, right? And they're not even far apart. All you gotta do generally is walk through a door. It's not that hard, but the server in Plate Up has so much more to do because of dirty dishes, which I don't have, that it keeps them busy. If you took dirty dishes out of Plate Up, the server would be standing there far too much. The doors discourage it. Yeah, they're slow. And I might make, you know, my doors slow too. You know, I might make it where there's a button to open the door that's not adjacent to it, like an iron door, and you hit the button and it's like you have to wait like 3 seconds to go through the door or something like that. Something like that will help that for sure. Add dirty dishes. I've thought for quite a while, Kubricki, how to do dirty dishes, and there's not a way that to me would work good, especially with armor stands. There's no way to symbolically make a plate and give it to them and then get a dirty plate back and stuff. I don't know. Anything that I've heard just feels really doesn't fit. I don't know. So that's why I haven't done it. I would love to have washing dishes. It'd be great. What if customers make a mess? Drop our items on the ground, so the server has to clean. Yeah, and that is the thing, Dead Knight. Yeah, in the dining area, trash is going to be dropped on the floor randomly where there's a customer, or maybe where there's not a customer. I don't know. Maybe like it may not be related to where the customer is, but it may be related to how many customers are coming in. So yeah, they have to come out here and pick up the trash probably. But even that's such a quick thing. Although I guess with only one slot, it does slow it down. They have to like pick something up, go to the trash, pick something up, go to the trash, pick something up, go to the trash. So yeah, that helps. I want trash to be something that the players are concerned with, but not so frustrated that they just ignore and suffer the consequences. And that's an interesting balance too. Right? The whole trash idea is really good with summoning rats and stuff like that. It's a fun idea, but if it's not balanced just right, then either players are going to ignore trash and just not care about it and deal with the rats, because dealing with the rats is easier than dealing with the trash. You know, so it could go bad real quick if I don't balance it correctly. I like the idea of taking a bill to the customer. Interesting. How would you do that? Like, I put the food in their hand. I don't know. I can't put something in their other hand, so I'm not sure how I would do that. But I mean, that's a really good idea of another step in the serving room that I would love. But keep in mind too, like another thing that separates this game from Plate Up. In Plate Up, everything takes place in the kitchen. In this game, there's two rooms. There's the kitchen, and then there's the farm. And quite honestly, what might happen here is someone takes the farm and someone takes the kitchen and serving room. Like, if I think right now, that's probably how it's going to break down, especially depending on the time costs associated with getting to the farm. If it's just a door, maybe not, but I'm thinking of like, you might have to take a very short minecart ride. You know, woo, go around a corner, boop, and now you're at the farm, right? And there might be a way like at the farm to throw something down a little chute that like goes into a cobweb, lands on a cobweb, and below the cobweb is lava, so that they could like quickly throw something to players in this room, but they've only got about 15 seconds or so before it goes into the lava. Right? So it's like, I'll go back in the room, I got the 3 wheat, okay, here's the 3 wheat for the bread, and the guy in here is like, okay, just finishing up the pork chop, right? And then he goes over and he has to pick up that wheat to make the bread before the wheat goes into the lava. So I like that. It's like a simple way to do a time sensitive way of passing items efficiently. Things like that are good. You could have bees full of honey that fly over the crops to slowly bone meal the crops. That'd be too slow. Too slow percent logs. Keep in mind, like, they're coming back and it's like, I need 3 wheat right now. And I might need 3 wheat again. And then I might need 3 wheat again. Any natural growth, even with bees, wouldn't be enough. Have you thought about verticality? I have, yeah. I thought about putting the farm below the restaurant, above the restaurant, and then they could drop items down in. Still debating it. But leaning against it only because it just doesn't seem like it makes sense. Like, why would the farm be above the kitchen? But I don't know, maybe. You know, something like sugar and plate up, something a dessert that you have to give real quickly. Maybe veggie. That was gonna kind of be a rooftop garden. That was gonna be, what do you call it? Like cookies. You know, I was gonna do that, but again, there's no way for me to serve 2 things to 1 customer. That's one of the limitations a armor stand has. Also, a bar up there where sometimes people order drinks. It would be tough to get customers to come up there and down here, redstone wise. You think of using named items for different dishes, bread for different sandwiches. Items for different dishes, bread for different. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Ed. I'm not trolling. I honestly don't know what you mean. I mean, obviously there could be like bread that's named bread A and bread B. Is that what you're saying? And they just have to make the right bread, but I'm not sure how they would get the right bread. Have you said you'll be using allays in the game? They'll definitely be used for some things, possibly more things. So short answer, yes, I'm going to be using allays. Long answer, I don't know to what extent I'm going to be using them yet. Can you have the same hermit armor stand put up again for dessert? Oh, like I press the button. Okay, Tango, you're done. Boom, and then he pops right back up and it's like, just kidding, I want dessert. I suppose technically that's possible. I'd have to redo a lot of my redstone. It doesn't support. It's right now it supports launching, and then when it drops, it goes down into the releases. Then it would have to support relaunching and stuff, which would be very tricky. Doable, but. Maybe instead of take bill to customer, it's take money to a cash register. So that's interesting. One of the things I haven't really designed at all yet is the money system. If there's going to be a money system, you know, I in my first like really rough plan, yeah, there was gonna be like emeralds as like a currency, and every food that you serve has a value, and then that's how much money you get, and then you can order more money based on speed. Excuse me. And then you take that currency and go into the the phase room or whatever it is. After the phase, you go in there and you buy an upgrade or something like that. But I was just gonna have those emeralds show up like in a barrel at the end of the day. Maybe there is an opportunity there of actually like collecting the money somehow. I'm not sure, but I don't know how that would work technically, but metaphorically, I like the idea a lot. You could have the power go out when they need to fix in the attic. It stops the freezer from working and turns off the lights, so the customers are less patient. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd obviously want to keep it non-spawnable, but I could have some ceiling lights that turn off. Power goes out and they have to go. That's a really good idea of an interrupt. Ray with the Cleo. Losing my voice. Cleo, thank you for the raid. Hey guys. We're hanging out inside Hungry Hermits at this point, just chatting about some of the game design ideas. That's a good idea, actually. The power going out, and then while the power's out, certain things don't function. You know, maybe the crafter doesn't work. Maybe the freezer door doesn't open. That's a good idea. Have you considered using powdered snow for the inside of the freezer? Are you trolling me right now? Trolling. Got it. I want to write down the power outage as a possible interrupt. I like that idea a lot. That might be complicated redstone wise because it would have to seep into all the other systems, but it's definitely fun, especially if the lights go out and it physically gets dark in there. That's cool. Money dispensed on the floor, you need to put it in the bank. Gives the end of the day totals. Yeah, so like maybe if you don't pick up your money fast enough, the rats pick it up. that would be pretty harsh though. Interesting though. Yeah, definitely needs some more interrupts. Yeah, right now the interrupts are cobwebs on the floor, rats being released, maybe certain doorways become enabled or disabled for various reasons. The power outage is one, but you could also do good things too. Someone a while back suggested like opportunities, like, you know, the metaphorical ice cream man shows up, right? Ding, 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 and a hopper minecart pops in through the wall with like an audible cue, and it's only there for 10 seconds, right? But if you go over there, there's some good stuff in that guy, right? Who knows what that would be, whatever is valuable to the players. But that would be a great interrupt, right? I'm cooking, I hear that noise. Whoop, get over here, see what he's got, right? You know, that would be cool. So you can have both positive and negative interrupts. How about supply delivery? We talked about that briefly. I don't know how that would work, Fire, but maybe. I was thinking about it for the freezer. Could be a speed potion. Yeah. One of the power-ups I definitely want to do, or upgrades, I guess, is like you get a speed beacon turns on for 15 seconds after you serve every customer or something like that, so that you kind of have speed as long as you're serving customers. Wet floor, use splash potions of Turtle Master to slow them down. A lot of the redstone in the roof is going to be probably related to trash disposal and cobweb and rat releasing and stuff. So a lot, I mean, pretty much all the redstone below is related to picking up items, the mine carts, and all the redstone above is related to trash, rats, and cobwebs and stuff. So, but I might be able to sprinkle in some other stuff there too, depending on, and yeah, Turtle Master's hard to get. Anytime someone suggests something, the first question you have to ask yourself is, can I get 3 shulkers of those, you know? Have a market stall outside where they get supplies. Maybe. Oh, one of the other ideas, I don't even think I talked about this one. One of the ones I really like. So you guys know in Play, for those of you who have played or seen Played Up, when a customer shows up at your restaurant, they don't go straight into your restaurant. If the restaurant is full, they queue outside. I was thinking, how great would it be to have like a window, right? Some wall, and you could physically see the customers before they come in. And that's like, oh, we got to hurry up, right? The faster I release a customer, the faster a new one can come in, right? And we can actually have the armor stands like advancing, and I can see the line, you know, and like, oh, Dazuma's coming in, you know, he's gonna want something, right? We got to hurry up because the line outside is getting long. I think that would be great, and it would probably, there's probably an easy way to do that with armor stands, to just kind of bounce them along or advance one, you know, water stream with trapdoors come to mind or something like that. The decked out 2, yeah, exactly how they did the decked out 2 queue, the player queue. That would be a pretty simple way to do it. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but yeah, that's a good idea. You know, and then when their turn's up, it would actually be that person dressed the same way. It would physically be the same armor stand that leaves the queue and then boop, pops up from the floor like 5 seconds later. That would be cool. I don't know if it adds that much gameplay, but are you making every order unique, or does each hermit have a specific order? There's no association between the hermit and what they order. Totally random. In fact, the head that's put on the armor stand, completely random. Completely random right now. There's nothing, no assumption to be drawn from the head. It's just fun because, you know, that's what I think the players are going to be able to like call out, like, so and so wants this, so and so wants that. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's not off the table, but it's not something I'm planning on doing right now. Yeah, so one of the things I'm really, level design is one of the things I'm really like, I don't want to say struggling with, but really debating. Because the design of the level really changes everything, you know? Like, how do you get to the farm? Is it a door right here, you know, that I just walk through and bang? That's the simplest. A more complicated version is like, you know, like I said, like I have to get into a minecart right here, press a button, and it goes, you know, rolls around and pops out here, right? And now I'm at the farm and I can do all the farm things, maybe transfer things one way to the kitchen, but then when I'm done, I have to take the minecart back. And while the minecart's here, no one else can come to the farm because I've got the minecart kind of thing. Like, part of me likes that, but I'm afraid that minecart ride might get tedious and annoying after a while. But we'll see. Is there going to be Twitch integration? No. Could the farm be vertically stacked so you could see the kitchen through the glass for it? No, the roof is going to have too much redstone above it. There's no way I could do like a see-through or anything like that. How are you automating naming the armor stands? I just asked for an update to the armor stand book that is going to have a feature in it that through redstone animations you can disable or enable the name. So when the customer comes into the restaurant, the name will not be available. You stand on this thing, dink, right here. A calibrated skulk sensor way down below will hear this and trigger an armor stand animation like one of those that will make the name appear. It's gonna be like, oh, Tango wants bread or whatever. Is there any sort of mechanic for accidentally burning the food? Yeah, the furnace, I talked about this in the video. The furnace is going to be in the wall, and if you put food in there, it'll cook it. But then if you leave the food in there too long, I don't know what that time is yet, but if you leave the food in there too long, there'll be a burning food sound and smoke will appear and it'll take the item from you, so it's gone. A lot of people said I should spit out a piece of coal there. Yeah, I thought about that, but why? What are they gonna do with that coal? It's just trash, I guess. Just trash to pick up, maybe. It is, I guess it also is another identifier that they did in fact burn the item, but could the access to the farm change with the level they choose? Absolutely, Doodle. Absolutely. You know, so like there might be a minecart, you know, hole right here that is covered up in one way and a door opens up, so it's easy, but in a harder one they have to take the minecart and the door closes. So absolutely, yeah. You like the coal idea? What about iron doors as pre-programmed levels? I'm not going to do anything redstone wise with the level design. Like, I'm not going to have any, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to have any of the levels change automatically with redstone. Way too complicated, way too limiting, and would just take up way too much redstone space, which is already limited. Chance of starting a fire whenever food is burned? There's fire tick is off here on the server, so unfortunately no. And I don't want my restaurant burned down for real. Have it spit out rotten flesh? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, whether it's coal or rotten flesh, you know. Either one works. Sprite, yeah, the reason, I'll be honest, the reason I'm having this chat right now is selfish. Because I like sharing the ideas of where I'm at with the game, but you guys also have great ideas. And I mean, this is the same process we went through with Decked Out, right? Having these little chats about games is important because you guys have good ideas to make things better. So you have the freezer sometimes spit out rotten flesh instead of meat. Yeah, someone suggested that, where it's just like basically the freezer becomes a slot machine and, you know, fail, succeed. Hey, I finally got the meat I needed. Maybe feels a little, what's more satisfying to the player, to press the button and have to wait 8 seconds to get the meat, or to press the button every 2 seconds but have a 25% chance of the meat showing up? It might be more fun to have the randomizer in there, I suppose. Maybe. Oh yeah, chats are all about scope creep. Maybe you need to keep the freezer cool. What does that mean? I mean, there's frozen snow on the ground. Sounds like it'd get frustrating quickly. I mean, it's a question of, you know, it depends on the chance, right? If it's a 50-50 chance, you're not going to fail 7 times in a row. Unlikely, right? So I don't think it'd be fresh. I don't know. Yeah, the RNG could feel good. Like, boom, got lucky. Woohoo! This pork chop's easy because it came right away. Like, that randomization would be built into the expectations of food delivery time. But Can you get an ice stock? I don't know what that means. What will the post-game manual reset look like? Yeah, that's actually a concern that I've been thinking about a little bit, but quite honestly, I've been neglecting to think about, and I should. You know, obviously they have to tear down the current level that they were playing on based on whatever that block type that I choose is. That should be obvious. If they don't do it, the people who come in next will. But that would be like etiquette, I would imagine. But certain things like the farms may have like wheat that was grown that they didn't harvest, and that would give the next people that play a really big advantage. But I don't think there's that much resetting that needs to happen. Welcome back, noises. The bad freezer item will make you go to the trash can. Yes, if I have rat pickup inside the freezer, which I wasn't intending to do. Oh, let me show you. I don't think I have any glass on me. But anyways, I'm thinking of certain, like, the idea of like counters again, right? This is all. If I put glass panes in there, right? You could have just use water to reset the crops. Quite honestly, I was just going to use pistons, right? If there's only going to be like 2 or 3 crop fields, and if they're next to a wall, I could just have pistons go and push out. And I don't think that breaks the farmland, but it will pop the crops off, I think. But they'll be sitting there for 5 minutes. I don't know. It's something to think about. I'd rather there not have to be a 5-minute cooldown on this game. You might want to give them sand or other powder for the layout, so they use shovels and don't break the floor or any redstone. Yeah, I don't know. Not too worried about that, but I see what you're saying. But I'd rather give it. I'm probably gonna pick a block that has slabs and stairs. Dead Knight, just so I have a little bit more flexibility. Like having slabs and stairs might allow me to do some things that I wouldn't be able to do with just solid blocks. And quite honestly, it might look a little bit better. But anyways, like if there was glass panes here, right, then I could technically come up here and just be like, you know, obviously it's not going to work now, but throw that there, right? It would hit the glass pane and sit there, and then someone on this side could just walk up to it, and because it's already halfway across the block, they would pick that item up. So I like that as a transfer way without allowing the player to pass through. It's a very simple thing, but I might use that as a pass mechanism between walls if I want that sort of thing. That was one of the little ideas I had last night. And even if I, you know, because you could argue, oh, that's free counters, they could throw stuff there. But if you think about it, like once you throw even 2 things up there, it basically becomes impossible to manage. I can't even do it, but right, because like as you approach, if there was like a 3rd item in there, it actually gets very challenging to just pick up like that one thing in the middle. And then yeah, if we use mud, the problem is solved too. But I think I might be okay with just allowing them to do this, because inevitably if they do this, they're gonna be like, oh, right, and now they got the wrong item in their inventory and they got trash to deal with, and they'll quickly learn that that's just not gonna be very effective. Item frames would be good for the pass-through. Yeah, I'm still very much SCJ. I'm definitely thinking of item frames are a good thing, especially as like you buy item frames and that gives you more counter space. If I could make that work, I'm gonna go with it. But right now, anytime there's a flat surface, you know, anytime there's a block on the ground that isn't the floor and isn't mud, it's free storage for the player, right? Boop, now they just walk away. Because the minecart wouldn't pick it up, of course. So I have to be careful. And it does mean I'm probably gonna have to sacrifice some of the visuals of the design by not putting blocks like that anywhere. So how long do you expect each game to last? I don't know. I would imagine over 5 minutes, between 5 and 20 minutes. I don't know. It really depends on how fast I ramp up that, you know, between each day night cycle. How many more food products I add, you know, I don't know. I honestly haven't even thought about the pacing of the game yet and how fast it gets, how fast I add more food and stuff like that, and how fast I add customers. Aren't the tables free counter space? Yes, they are. This right here is free storage. You know, that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. The real feature is the mandatory rewritable sign that lets people rename the restaurants. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah. You can use mud blocks, but then having maps as wallpaper to add designs and make it not look like mud. Yeah, I mean, honestly, anytime I wouldn't use the maps at this point. The scaling armor stands are phenomenal for hiding things. Just putting a block on an armor stand and scaling it up to like scaling it up 1%. You can do some pretty awesome things with that. So pretty excited about that. Dressing things up. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I want to get back to actually making progress on this instead of just talking about it. And you guys have been really useful. The freezer could randomly set to defrost mode, which melts the ice inside the fridge, and the water makes it hard to get inside. The ice doesn't actually melt, just hide a single water source piston that retracts. So the penalty there, I can't pronounce your name. It's how do you decide that's your name? That's just random letters. Anyways, yeah, you're just saying have like a opens up water and there's water flowing that makes it too hard to walk in. Maybe. A dazed and amazed. Oh, I see. A dazed and amazed. Wow. Well, dazed isn't spelled correct. It's a dazed and amazed. Got it. That looked like a bunch of random letters to me. Anyways, yeah. Let's wrap it up, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and of course the ideas. I mean, the most important thing is you made me realize all the foods that I can't serve in this restaurant now. I would have realized that anyways. Who do we got? Do this, do this, do this, do this. We got a JoJo doing some vault hunters. Let's do that. I'm trying to use the new thing. Start raid. Boom. Put this over here. You guys are great. I appreciate it. I will be back Wednesday. Hopefully, I'm hoping we can get to the point where we can actually start working on this together, but I'm not there yet because there's so many, like, if I get the decisions wrong, I have to tear it all down kind of thing. So unfortunately, there's a lot of pre-design I have to do, but hopefully Wednesday we'll be there. We'll see how it goes. And wear a red shirt. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a special shirt. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you Wednesday. Goodbye.